What is up, traders? Welcome back to another stream. Hopefully everybody's doing good tonight. How we feeling? What is up, chat? Let everybody get in here. We will let everybody get in here. This is going to be a fun night, hopefully. Hopefully. What's good, Easy? Welcome in. Yeah, so we had markets open. Little pullback. So we'll see. I mean, we kind of have a very wide range here on the hourly. So that's what we'll be looking at. We'll be looking mainly to see if the market does want to accept kind of this entire range, if we can get some follow through back into yesterday's lows. Obviously, there's a lot of price acceptance there. We saw hours and hours of trading activity around that level, a lot of wicks. And on the breakout move of last night's high out of the open, we did break out, but we're just not really seeing a lot of strong follow through. So if the market does want to accept this range, we would kind of want to see a potential lower high that would send us back to these previous hourly lows. So that's what we're going to be looking for tonight. And we'll try to avoid the all-time high ripper. But yeah, cool. Let's see. Let's pull up everything that we have. We're currently trading under the VWAP. And we saw two nice selling moves here. First there, then here, which we've now retraced that move. So we do have some buying strength at the moment. We'll see if we can maybe do a structure break above 400s, and we'll see what that looks like. All right, let me get to y'all. What's good? Cozy, Easy in the house. Kai. Warrior in the house. What's up? Yeah, main thing we're looking for is we had a range yesterday and a range today. So the market's kind of slowing down a little bit, which makes sense because we are well extended on the higher time frames. I mean, that's a very, very extended move. So we could see maybe some inside days, some consolidation days where we kind of just hold this general range and just kind of rotate back and forth. So I'm kind of looking to see if maybe we can get a break into away from today's range low into possibly yesterday's range low. So we'll be looking for downside. As long as we're holding under the VWAP, we'll try to look for downside. Look for some downside. Also, we're doing a giveaway tonight, and it's going to be a good one, man. So make sure y'all run the likes up quick because tonight's giveaway is a $150,000 take profit trader account. Huge account giveaway. Huge account giveaway. Let's go. So run the likes up. You already know how it is. Yo, what's good, FC? What's up? Not yet, bro. All right, let's check out like gold and crude. Oh, wow. Gold had a nice breakout. And crude is still just kind of holding just under 100, waiting for waiting for what I'm sure is going to be a crazy headline that will send us back above 100 eventually, but for now just holding under 100s. All right, NQ's pulled back a little bit. Nice 20-point move lower on NQ. NQ, give me a chance here. Give me a chance here. The last thing I want to do is chase a short on NQ. I've got to get my limit orders filled where I want them filled. And we didn't. So now we have to wait. 25-point sell-off, though. Not bad. All right, so recent low sitting at 353. This is also session low. So our daily's red. This is unique because, like I was saying, the previous like 7 or 8 sessions we have put in the low almost immediately, then never retested it, never broke below it. So that pattern's kind of changing today. So that's interesting. That's cool. What time do you come on live each night? 7 Central. Every single night, 7 Central. Well, man, if we do start breaking under 300s with some nice strength, I might just have to miss it, to be honest. It's looking good, but I'm not gonna chase it. Not gonna chase it. Some of the cleanest selling price action that we've seen in a little while, though. We're under that VWAP. We're seeing some nice aggressive selling moves that we can trade. I missed the entry on that, but we have some pretty clean selling price action so far tonight. Pretty clean stuff. All right, let's see what happens. We either hold a higher low here, or we retest session lows, break underneath session lows, and if that's the case, if we start to open up to the downside with some strength, yesterday's session lows, which is kind of just like a wider range that would form on the hourly, essentially, would be like 140 points of downside. Once again, that's if we can break under session lows here and get into this level here, which is doable. That's not a big pullback. That's not a big pullback in comparison to I mean, you know what I mean? Like, come on. It's not a big pullback in comparison to how extended this trade. I don't know if we're going to be able to, sorry. I don't know if we're going to be able to play this, though, because we might just break. And we don't want to chase. You want to chase red candles in a market this strong, even if we have a good trade idea. I don't want to chase a short trade into red candles just because it starts to look good. I'd rather position myself where I get a much better entry with a much better risk to reward. And if it plays out, great. But I'm not going to try to chase into this. Not interested. Or do you say you missed the entry? I mean, nothing was really set in stone. I was talking about like we continue saying with this market maybe potentially selling lower and going and kind of filling out this hourly range. I hadn't really said for sure that I was going to get into anything, but I was saying kind of was going to start eyeing up a potential short around this level. But yeah, I don't know. We didn't really say anything for certain, but I was kind of interested in it. Just there's probably gonna be another opportunity though. Hey, appreciate that, SG. I will be live on the mentorship tomorrow. Check it out tomorrow. I'll be there. You short gold. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Gold's kind of trying to break out of the structure on the hourly to the upside. It's stronger than NQ is at the moment. I think I'd rather short NQ. I wonder if NQ sells off if gold has an opportunity to break out even higher. Maybe I would be thinking the opposite. Holding VWAP, right? Trying to. I want to short NQ, but it's scary. We'll do it together. We'll do it together. It won't be so scary. How much is your mentorship? Vaney, you can check out the details of it on the web on the checkout link, but you can go to the description and get a 7-day free trial for no cost. After this stream, I'm gonna go work on some YouTube videos to upload. Yeah, crude is just kind of creepily under 100s, just waiting for its moment. The longer the straight stays closed and we don't get a resolution, I mean, for sure you would expect crude to hold this range at minimum. But I would not be surprised to see us break eventually get back here. I mean, there's just no almost there seems to be no hope with the straight. Is the straight open right now? Let me not be misinformed. It's still like partially closed, right? Is the straight still? That's what I'm wondering. I think it's partially. Let me see. Yeah, it's still closed. Most. Yeah. Still closed. And will probably stay closed. Crude's looking pretty decent right here. It's also right in the middle of a massive range, though. All right, I'm gonna give crude stab here. We're already starting to see some exhaustion on what needs to be for buyers a higher low to continue a potential move back to the all-time highs. So if we're gonna start seeing exhaustion, I'm gonna start trying to build into a position here. I'm gonna start trying to build into a position. Once again, the idea of this trade would be just looking for a range trade. Looking for a range trade that would have us move under current session lows by about 100 points into previous session lows. Really, that this hourly chart would kind of fill in as a range. So the idea is, once again, it's just a very extended, I want to say exhausted, but I mean, that's a little bit of an assumption with how damn strong this market is. The price action looks exhausted. Once again, we've just had continuation move after continuation move. Pullback makes sense. The argument is super valid. Not even looking for that. All I want to see is that we can kind of go fill in the hourly range here. And this is super common with NQ. Sometimes we'll see, after a strong push into the all-time highs, the market kind of settles and forms a range. And this is, once again, just how markets move, right? Trend, consolidate, trend, consolidate. So we're looking at this, right? We had a trend and trying to kind of consolidate. And I feel like we're right about here. So we're looking pretty much for a retest of this hourly low. And then if it wants to keep going, great. So we're literally trying to catch this trade from here to here. Yeah, and I think it's a good setup. I think it's a good setup. I mean, yesterday was all consolidation pretty much. Today was a break into new all-time highs, not really strong follow through. Like the continuation above that recent all-time high, we didn't go anywhere really. I think we broke by 60 points, and then we started consolidating again, right? So this is kind of exactly what you expect to see when you're looking at exhaustion in a trend. Now, this doesn't mean this trade's for certain to work. It is still a very strong market. And maybe it's just taking a breather and we're not really going to get much of a pullback, but we're looking for one range to kind of widen and turn into this range now. Yeah, I think it's a decent trade. And we're under VWAP too. We're under the VWAP too, so this could get good. Can we get 100 points in an overnight session? I don't know. That's the better question to ask. Is that even possible? Is that even possible? Realistic stop loss would probably go at about 50 points. A little bit above the VWAP. All right, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, TPT account. Yep, I'm gonna send the I gotta send the email that you sent me over to TPT. Then they'll credit it to your account, and then I'll make sure you get it set up the right way. Should be good to go tomorrow morning. Ever trade copper? I've traded copper before, but I prefer I struggle reading the price action on it because of how it trades. And this might be a longer hold time too. I don't think it's going to be too exciting. I think it's going to be a slow grinder type trade. See what this looks like around 385. I'm gonna cut this and try to get back in at a better price. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. We'll try to get in at a better price. If we're gonna push through 390s, I'll just let it happen. We'll try to reposition, get a better entry. I'll probably go a little heavier as well. Let me give it a second. We'll try to get a better entry on it. And then let's look at like gold also. Yeah, gold's breaking a little bit down. Yep, the higher the better, I say, right? Looks like we want to try to curl off the bottom a little bit. I'll just let it happen. Let's go clear these highs, see if we can get a better shot. Although if we do get back above these highs, if we start getting around VWAP, if we hold, if we break above it, then I don't know. Like at some point it does have to put in some type. If we're going to look for this move back into previous session lows to fill out a higher time frame range, then there is going to have to be some resistance around this area if it's going to play out kind of in the format I'm expecting it to. So a little bit higher, cool, but at some point we do need to chill the hell out and continue the sell-off. And that's the worry with NQ, is that it just keeps going. Hey guys, by the way, we're doing a $150,000 Take Profit Trader account giveaway at the end of the stream. All you got to do is hit the like button and subscribe. Some trader is going to win that account, man. $150,000. Let's go. I'm trading an alpha eval right now, as a matter of fact. Y'all, they're gonna call me crazy, but I'll show you something. Okay, don't call me crazy. Is it a W or L copy trading all these bad boys together? I don't think I can trade them on stream, on God. I think that would be too stressful. That would be way too stressful. Giving it a go. I'm trading it so disciplined, though. All right, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I got a couple top step combines, but you know what? I keep blowing them. You know what I will say about the top step? I feel like when I'm trading top step or like Project X, it's definitely more gamey. It's more gamey. It feels a little more gamey. Like Trading View feels a little more like legit. Like I don't rush into stuff, but on Top Step, I just feel the need to like over leverage and just it feels gamey. I know some people said that before. Like the platform itself makes it feel kind of like just a little more gamey. Does that make sense? All right, come on, man. Did we miss it? Should have trusted it, man. I should have trusted it. I should have trusted it. I don't know. I thought we could maybe get a fill above 390s, but that didn't work. Shite. Yeah, I agree. It's it definitely just feels different. I'm not gonna lie. It's a nice platform, but it does feel like I probably full ported more on Project X than I have on Trading View. I'll say that much. Okay, buyers. If there's okay, we have top literally 1 minute till this hourly candle closes. If I've ever wanted to see buyers step into the market, I want it to happen right here, because I do not want this thing to leave without me being in it. Hey, if y'all aren't in the Discord, Streamlabs just posted it right there. Make sure y'all join up and then let me know if y'all have any trades, any trade setups that y'all are in right now. I can send it in the chat room. Send it in the chat room. We're giving away a $150,000 take profit trader account, but if you don't win it, that's okay, guys. There is a 24-hour flash sale, all accounts 50% off. I don't know why, but it's pretty wild. I think what's happening is they're increasing the reset fees. They're actually decreasing the reset fees on the cheaper accounts, but increasing the reset fees on the larger accounts, which is, I don't want to say it's an L, but you know what? I always wondered why the reset fee was the same amount. It's the same amount to reset a $25,000 account as it is to reset a $150,000 account. I always wondered why that was. So, but I wasn't complaining at the time. I would reset those 150Ks for the cheap. Looking crispy. That's ChatGPT right there for you. I know they got me looking like. They make me look old. I'll tell you what. All right, buyers did step in a little bit. Gold with a move of the hour. That's a nice move. If you wanted to be in a move, probably gold. Crude little pop. See if gold. Maybe gold can get back above the VWAP. Where's your open here? Is that your open right there on gold? No. Yeah, gold maybe continues its uptrend. I'm interested to see if NQ does get the sell-off we're kind of looking for. If gold starts to maybe rally a little bit. Yeah, I see gold. Not a bad move. Continuation on gold, possibly. Yeah, I'm thinking with this NQ trade, it's going to be a long, long hold time. Like, I don't know. I feel like we're going to get this dump, but I feel like it may not happen. I feel like it might just be flat until, like, London, and then we dump. I like the hourly close of this candle, and I like the open of this candle. We'll see. Can we hold off of the 90s? We didn't touch 90s. 92 is the top of this 5-minute. All right, let's see if we can catch some momentum here on NQ. Try to sell into these 380s. Let's see. Session lows sitting at 352. See if I can get into some momentum. If we start bouncing around here too much, I probably just get out. I want to see some strong direction at this point. If we can get back into the lows, great. If we continue chopping around, I'll just cut it. Like to be getting in before the break. That was nice. A little 10-point little drop. Call it 15 points. All right, I'm adding to it. I'm adding when I see momentum. It's part of the strategy. Sometimes I feel like I add a little too much in these situations, but I mean, you want to be positioned before the breakdown happens. Um, it's tricky. Trying to add into it's tricky because you need the market to work with you a little bit. Like if we just bounce right here, I'm gonna lose it. All right, so the idea is now we've come down tested session lows 3 times. If this current candle gets rejected, comes back down and flips red, we'll be getting filled some more. And then we'll be kind of looking for the break there. And this market's just on some shit right now with that move, of course. It's pathetic, really. Should have just gotten out on the selling. Yo, what's good, Sid? How's it going? Good riddance. Well, with how strong this market is, I still think we can get the breakdown, but it might put up a damn fight. It might put up a damn fight. Hey, if y'all are just joining the stream and y'all are enjoying it, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. That's the only 2 things you have to do to enter the giveaway that we're doing at the end of the stream. It's a $150,000 Take Profit Trader account. Flip of the 5, good ad. Yep, that's what we've got. That's what we've got. We break back under 70s. We try to add, kind of anticipating that we will see a break on it. Because, well, we continue compressing into this level. It is now a breakout level. If we can't hold it, we have enough range beneath us to where it's kind of worth trying to potentially add into it. I mean, you have to think as well, under this low, essentially, theoretically, is all of New York sessions trading activity stop losses right here. Anybody that started getting active past noon, pretty much, or past 11 before we had that, right? Once we set the structure, probably has our stops here. So there should be momentum there. This market might, and I still think we get it. I just feel like this market's gonna be a pain in the ass. I feel like it's gonna do it, but it's not gonna be till like London or something cringe like that. That's what I fear. I think it might be where you kind of just try to get in or like build position around the 400s, but it's going to do it on its own time. Maybe London we do it, but I'm fairly confident that we do rotate to the previous session lows. I just wonder how difficult it's going to be beforehand. I fear that it might bullshit around all night and then like London, late London, or early London. Late Asia, early London, kind of get a sell-off. Kind of get a 100-point sell-off, pushing those hourly lows. You didn't think it's long? I don't think it's long. Even if we bounce and stop me out, I don't really think it's long. It's just when you're kind of trying to set up a breakout trade like this, you have to start managing it and things like that. So we slide through the 70s nicely here. This could still work out. We need to back off these damn 80s, 90s and figure it out, though. The issue becomes The way I kind of set up this trade is I started adding, started trying to get aggressive, assuming that we would eventually see a break of this level, but we just aren't. And I don't think it's invalid even if I do get stopped. It's just I feel like it could BS around here for a long time. It could BS around here for a long time, which would pretty much kill the vibe because I could still take the trade. It probably won't be a resolution by the end of the stream. Probably just end up holding it all night. Let's see. I think we reject 85, 84 one more time. We might get at least a move down back into the 70s. And we might get stopped here. This is going to be the very awkward part where I don't really think I'm wrong about the trade. It's just kind of was looking for some resolution a little quicker. So now I'm in it with more size and I can't give it as much room as I probably should. A little predicament. But at the same time, I feel like a session low break looked pretty probable right there. We continue to see a nice selling momentum into the level. It's just, it gets met with just chop. Gets met with total chop. Say add in. I might try to add. Yeah, you know what, I will. I'm gonna add in. You read my mind. Good instinct, brother. Good instinct, brother. Now we just wait to see if this market can figure it out, get under 70s. If it can, we go break even. The fourth time testing session low. The fourth time testing session low with clean momentum. At some point, the market kind of needs to make up its mind and go ahead and break this low. If it doesn't, and you want to just protect the risk. We could bounce back up, take me out, then break, but at the same time, bro, it's like, damn. All right, we're break even at this point. Let it ride. And then if we do start getting direction and some nice clean selling price action, I'm going to follow. The goal would be to follow above these, kind of trail the recent 5-minute high on each of these candles. Ideally, we can make a damn move into the lows right here. This is unbelievably annoying. These breakout trades on NQ can just be so agitating. All right, so I'll trail. Now I'll trail that 5-minute high. So now we're just following the short-term momentum. If we lose the short-term momentum, we'll get out. By the way, these aren't 5-minute highs; these are 1-minute highs. I guess I said 5-minute. We might get a nice little 30, 40 point little breakdown right here. which kind of tempts me to want to pull this back a little bit because I want to give it some breathing room if we do want to get a nice little 30, 40 point flush. This could get really clean under 60s. Oh, shit. Can you pass the alpha premium accounts in one day, chat? I don't think you can. Somebody let me know. I don't know. I don't think you can. All right. Stop being ambitious. Bang. I think we have a lot of downside right there, but that's really all I needed to get halfway home on that account. Yeah, huh? All right, so I locked in 4K. Give me 1 second. Let me load up another one. Yeah, we're flushing, bro. Nice. Sucker. Didn't I say a 30-point flush under that low if we can break 60? And we did with 30 points. 30 points. 30 points. Okay. We'll see if we continue selling off here. That was clean. It's a nice move right there. All right, we're back. Got another eval, baby. Let's go. Hey, traders, by the way, if y'all are we only have had one new subscriber so far in the stream. Unacceptable. If y'all are appreciating what y'all are watching here, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You have to do it anyways to enter the giveaway that we're going to be doing in about 30 minutes to an hour. At the end of the stream, we're doing a $150,000 Take Profit Trader account giveaway. Just hit the like button and subscribe. Appreciate that. AR, Masood, what's good? Appreciate that. All right, current low 35. Little bounce. And once again, the complete move here would be if we can just continue this selling and get into the previous sessions range low, right? Where we saw a lot of trading activity, a lot of wicks. It's not a big move, and it would make sense. If this trend really is exhausted, this becomes a very high probability level for the market to kind of settle back into, right? If this market wants to take a breather, because right now the current condition is it's trying to form higher low to just continue trend, and if it wants to do that, great. But if it is truly exhausted, which it does seem to kind of be exhausted, then the what would make the most sense is for the market to come retest prior support to see if we can reload, maybe find a new set of buyers to then continue higher, if that's the case, right? We've seen buyers here in the past. If buyers are exhausted up here like they look, and we can see that in a couple ways, right? We see a lot of wicks, really small candles, We're just even that push into new all-time highs that we saw this morning, we only got 60 points above it, and then we just start ranging all day. So there's not a lot of strong continuation at this point. So this trend's a little bit exhausted. If that is the case, it would make sense to come retest this prior support level, fill in the range, and see if we find more buyers down there. So we'll see if that happens. That would be the complete move. So back down to like 250s, another 100 points essentially. Do we get that tonight? We'll see. Ciao, appreciate that. Tyler with the follow. PL with the follow. Let's go. We're doing a giveaway at the end of the stream. TG with the follow. Appreciate that, y'all. All right, let's get back on these charts, see what's up. Retracement back to 357. It's nice to see the market selling off one time. One time. Just one time. Yo, what's good, Nelson? My day was pretty good. How was your day? Appreciate you for asking. I've got a whole bunch of evals. Got a whole bunch of evals almost funded. Some of these are almost funded. Oh my god, some of these are almost funded. These are almost funded. These, the 50s are going to get funded a lot quicker than the 150s. But yeah, just grinding, man. Alpha has a scalping rule, do they? Yeah, their scalping rule though is it's something a little silly. It's not bad. Their scalping rule is you either need to be in a trade for 10 seconds or the trade, it's either or. So you either need to be in the trade for at least 10 seconds or you need to be scalping for more than 10 ticks. So that's 2.5 points on NQ. Which obviously that was a much bigger move than 2.5 points. But yeah, no, I know about that because I was paranoid that my payout may get denied because I was like, I knew for sure I had at least a trade under 10 seconds, but it was more than 10 ticks. At least from what I understand, unless they changed it, but I don't think they did. 10 points? Was it 10 points? I think it's 10 ticks. I think they go by ticks because yeah, I think they go by ticks because if you start talking about points, then you start talking about like crude, you know what I mean? If you say 10 points on crude, then suddenly you're talking about, oh, I need to take a trade, you know what I mean? And then gold, like everything's a little different. So I think they did it by ticks. Man, market's still crashing down. Why didn't you hold? Because I had hit my profit target. It doesn't benefit me to hold that anymore. Still believed we could go lower. I probably could have gotten in with less size and then just like really held it a little bit better. I probably didn't need to go in with that much size because I was pretty much fully out before we even took out the low. But yeah, no, it wouldn't benefit me to keep holding that. I already hit my profit target. Yeah, good looking out, Rex. What's the name of the strategy you're trading? Well, this strategy here is just a simple breakout trade. This is a breakout trade. This is a breakout trade below session lows. So this is kind of a trade that I take often. It's a breakout trade. We saw some heavy selling out of the open, prices below the VWAP. So sellers are in control so far in this current session. And then we put in this structure here. We created this structure here, which was kind of the low of this range on the 5-minute. And so just looking for continuation to the downside as we know that sellers are in control, right? So that's just a break of structure kind of a breakout trade. A breakout trade, and then I was fairly confident that we have a higher time frame target in mind, being the previous day's range low down here. So that could help kind of pull price into this level, which would help our short trade. That's a breakout trade. It's not a strategy in itself, but it's a trade setup that I take along with other trade setups that I take. And essentially what you're looking for there is the structure to weaken, meaning we continue testing it, right? Sellers continue pushing on it. And then you want to see the price action compress into the level, right? The range tightens up into the level, and then finally break the level. And I'm going to actually make a YouTube video on that. I should have screen recorded that trade. That would have been a good sample. I'm going to make a video on that on YouTube as well. But, I mean, you guys, if y'all have been here long enough, you see me take these trades and explain them. I think it breaks 320s. I think sellers have momentum right now, and it can probably keep going. I wonder if they do a really violent flush out. Because you know damn well, I don't want to say the sheep, but you know everybody that's been brainwashed to just buy the dip is probably just buying this hand over foot right now. Because there's just no other logic to it. It's like, just buy it. Anytime it dips, just buy it. You know there's a lot of people just buying this with really no I don't know. You just know right now that there's a lot of people just kind of blindly buying this. And they might be getting scraped. Still flushing. Damn it. I should have just shit. I don't know. All right, range lows are in play. That's 270s. I mean, we're going there. It's another way to put it. You go live to your New York session. Yeah, I go live on the mentorship that I run. You can check that out with a 7-day free trial if you'd like. I'll be live there tomorrow morning. This looks incredible. Oh, man. The further it goes to the downside, the less we want to be trying to get into it because the risk to reward is like just fading. I guess we could try a very tight entry and just like run our stops below the high of the 5-minute candle that creates a new low. That could be an idea. All right, just if we're trying to get into the momentum, if this 5-minute candle flips, then we would just be stopped out. That's an idea. I mean, when you have momentum, that makes sense to try that out. It's like a 30-point stop. We can afford it with 3 minis. Let's try to give it a shot. So this is kind of just following momentum. This is a little FOMO, a little chasey. I'm not going to lie to you. A little FOMO, a little chasey. So what we'll do is we're just getting in with the momentum, and we're trying to identify a strong directional move in the market where sellers have control and just get in there. Because it's hard, right? Because the market doesn't give you great pullback opportunities when it does finally decide to move with strong direction. And so we're in it, and what you do is you trail your stop above. If price is pushing down, then you trail your stop above the recent candle that broke into a new low. So that's kind of the idea. We'll see if we can... Oh, no, hold on. That's the idea. We'll see if we can catch some momentum here, but it's a risque entry, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. If you were in at 78, bro, on God, if you're in at 78, you should be break even. I don't see any logical reason not to be break even right now. Once again, this is a strong market that's in a strong uptrend. I do think we're a little exhausted. We're certainly extended to the upside. So a larger pullback makes sense, but if you're going to short this market, I feel like your exposure should be limited. Like, protect your risk. If you're short from here, we've already broken structure to the downside. You should be break even, in my opinion. Once again, follow your system, but I think you should be break even. If you're within the structure and then now we've broken it, I mean, you would let price come back, break the prior resistance, and then stop you out. Or like even if it kept going, you wouldn't let this trade go red on you, surely. Nah, you'd go break even in my opinion. But that's just my strategy. I think if you are in a trade and you get a nice strong directional move away from your entry and you're in profit, you should just go break even. You should just go break even. Unless you can kind of clarify why you wouldn't go break even. I feel like you should go break even. All right, I'm just going to try to catch a little piece of the pie here, to be honest. See, like, I'm even going break even. If I was up here, you'd know damn well I'd be break even, for sure. Protect your risk. Protect your risk. Most important thing. It's hard enough to get into a trade and have price agree with you and go your direction. So don't get back profits. I don't like how we just wicked and then bounce. Yeah, I get. We didn't really catch a lot. I caught 500 bucks from that. We're starting to wick. I don't really know. We're kind of approaching the hourly lows now at this point. If we wanted to start bouncing, I could see it happening. We caught a little bit of it. Caught a little bit of it. Okay, Chad, once again, we're doing an account giveaway at the end of the stream. It's $150,000 take profit trader accounts. So make sure y'all join. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're going to run this giveaway in probably like 30 minutes. And I'm going to eat some dinner. Okay, now we're at a level where we could start getting we could start seeing buyers step in a little bit at the lows on the 5-minute now. Still think there's more downside on the hourly to get really into the most extreme point of this range. Like the very low. There is a low here. Like you can see the low here. There's a low here. But the extreme low is all the way down here. But there is certainly kind of some support at the 300s. So plan for dinner. I don't know. Maybe a sandwich. Something nice. And after the stream, I'm going to go bust my back to make some more YouTube videos for y'all. If y'all haven't seen some of the YouTube videos I've been putting out recently, I put a lot of effort into them. They're very informative, very educational, and very easy to follow. So I do suggest. Plus, it kind of gives you an understanding of what we're all about here in the stream, right? A lot of the things I talk about in those videos, you know, you can use that information I'm giving you, and then you know you'll see me take the trades here on the stream. So it works out better that way. Pesto pasta with shrimp. That actually sounds delicious. Hey, what's good, Tabby? How's it going? How many likes do we have on the stream, guys? Let's get to 200 likes. Once again, we're doing a huge account giveaway. It's a $150,000 TPT account. The same accounts I'm trading right now. I've got 5 of them, and I'm about 30% to the profit target of $9,000. I'm taking it so slow, man. I'm just taking it so slow. I'm done. I think I'm done full porting and being super aggressive on these evals. I'm just going to take it slow and trade it just like I would if it was a funded account. New lows. Let's go. Yeah, TBT. Yeah, man. Forgot to mention 50% off take profit trader accounts for the next 24 hours. It's probably closer to like 16 hours now, or something like that. But that's a great deal, man. 50% off, half off, no activation fees. Man, we wish we were still in this, huh? We're in an awkward spot where the trade we were looking for fully played out. It is so nice to see this market pull back just a little bit. I feel like this is what all of us who've kind of wanted to short this market have been looking for just like one night. Just let us have one night, dude. Let us have one night where we can go short and make some money on this sucker. And then you can rip this thing all of March, bro. Or all of May. Hey, who is are there any teams playing in the NBA finals tonight? We're still ripping lower, man. There's no bid. We might get into the extreme lows of the range on the hourly. I wouldn't blindly buy this, chat. Want to know why you wouldn't blindly buy this? Because if you understand what I kind of teach about price action, is look where we are. Look how high this market is. It's very extended. What happens when a market gets very extended? Well, buyers start to become exhausted, right? The strength that they once had kind of fizzles a little bit. Now, if that's the case, if this market's getting weak because buyers are getting a little bit exhausted, then it would make sense for buyers to just kind of step away and let sellers bring price down to retest a prior level of support. And then if we find buyers become active again at that level, then great. But I wouldn't just blindly buy it within these two ranges. I would let a full rotation happen to the low. Maybe if you want to take a dip buy, you could, but I personally won't. In fact, I wonder if we see under this level, given how much momentum we're getting into it. And we called this out great, and I regret... we took some trades on it, but more in and out than just holding. I didn't expect it to be such a clean move. I mean, I kind of expected it to be such a clean move, but it's hard to trust. It's hard to really trust that it's going to be that clean whenever this... You know, NQ is hard to trust, man. It's hard to trust. So even if I had the idea of a short trade being this clean, it's... You build... I think everybody who's been shorting NQ the past couple weeks has a little bit of trauma, a little bit of trust issues with it. I certainly do. But we are moving it. Let's go. It's nice to see that. We just want to see it pull back. How do I sign up for a free week trial? It should be, if you just click the link in the description, man, it should send you right there. Then it should be set up for a 7-day free trial. Finals ain't tonight? Oh, okay, I'm a dummy. Yeah, no, it's not the finals, right? It's the, whatever it's called. Yeah, the Lakers have to win tonight, right? The Lakers have to win tonight. Yeah, you entered at 372. If you're in at 372, I don't see why you wouldn't be taking profits on the way down. We're up 100 points. That's a hell of a trade. Let me put it this way. I don't know. That's just a hell of a trade. You should be taking some profits. I would definitely have some orders to get out at the hourly low at about 240, 250. And then if you really want to be ambitious and expect a lot more downside, then just every 30, 40 points, just continue getting out. But you should be locking in something if you're up 100 points. I would think. Although this is coming into this hourly low very aggressively. We may even see a break right here, to be honest. Yo, what's good, Fade? Already took some profit? Just let her ride then. Just let her ride. I would have something here, though. As we get into these wicks in the 50s, I would have something here to get out of some more. But this is looking very nice. We may see a break. If you want to be ambitious and try to hold it, honestly, if I was trying to be ambitious and hold it, I would. Because we have increasing momentum on this move. Like, look at this. The candle bodies are only getting larger as this move develops. Right? We're seeing increasing momentum. So when we have that much selling momentum coming into this level, are buyers going to be willing to hold? Are they going to be willing to absorb all of this selling? It's a big request. This is where things get interesting because we're going to come down and test this 250 level. And with this much momentum, I would not be surprised to see us break it. It's hard to trade unless you just get in and kind of trail the previous candle's high. Which we were doing for a while, then it bounced and I had to get out. Yeah, we might flush 250s. This is awesome. This is so good. It's fun. It's definitely cool. I wonder with this much selling momentum, technicals tell you to kind of like let this level be respected, respect the level. But I almost wonder if we get a weak retracement off of this 260, if we could try to get short again and look for a little bit lower under this low. Given how much momentum we're seeing here, that's a lot of selling. It's a lot of selling. I wouldn't be surprised to see like 240s here. Just incredible momentum. Yeah. Damn, brother. Dip buyers are getting fucking punished, and I'm loving it. I'm just kidding. I hope everybody's making money. I hope nobody's getting too hurt right now. But it is nice to see that dip buyers don't just get spoon-fed tonight. I'm loving it. Dude, 40s, 30s. That's sick. I wish I was in this, man. This is a nice move. Damn right it's a nice move. Hey, this is this is like the only day we've had in like 10 sessions where we've broken under the market reopen, like the reopen low. It's the first time we've ever broken under it. This is incredible. All right, here's our first retracement. Let's see. I don't know if I want to just I kind of want to just try to get in on the first attempt to bounce here. I liked how we come into this low with more selling momentum. Even this last price move had increasing selling momentum. I wonder. Session lows are 226. We might try to get into a momentum scalp trade short here. Want to be patient, but not too patient, because if we keep going, I don't think we're going to just hold this level too long. Place a limit? Yeah, let's try a limit at like 60s, 70s. That would be about... All right, I got a limit. It would be nice to be on that wick. I'm going to put a limit at about like 2 times the ATR on the 5 minutes, so like a 40 point bounce, 2 times the ATR on the 5 minutes. That would be considered a normal retracement for us to potentially continue lower. Given the volatility, right? That's what the ATR does. It helps kind of give you an understanding of, considering how volatile the market is, how much distance these candles are moving, right? The range of the candles, what's considered a normal retracement or an extended retracement, or potentially what do you call a shallow retracement, like not normal. What's under normal? Shallow, too shallow. This 5 minutes gonna flip here. What if this just like face rips all the way back to all-time highs? That wick came quick. I didn't see it. Yeah, it came. I'm going to get it a little bit higher, I think. Try the 70s, maybe low 80s too. Can I ask what was the result today in New York session? Yeah, I did I did okay in New York session. I did okay. I just mainly traded. I'm trying to get these evals just slowly past. Just trying to grind out the evals slowly and cautiously. All right. I'm gonna stop it if we just rip through the 300s. I'm not gonna lie. If we just rip through the 300s, I'm not gonna lie. I'll stop it out. Like 2.5 ATR, the 5 minute on a bounce, 20 points, so 60. Oh, 3 times ATR. Yeah, I like this trade. Let's go. Let me get there. Let me get there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Going short, going short, going short. Probably just look to play it into something not too ambitious. Maybe just the 60s again. Look to play back into the 60s. This guy's shorting, question mark. Yeah, I'm shorting. Let's see if we can get a fill. Hey traders, make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe on the stream. Right after this trade, we are going to do a $150,000 take profit trader account giveaway. The more consolidation I see around my limit order, the kind of the higher I want to drag that short entry. Because that's showing that there's some price acceptance around this level. Come on, brother. How do we join the giveaway? Just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then I'll run the giveaway right after this trade. We just rip 300s. I'm gonna cut it quick, brother. Quick. So at this point, this is about. All right, we're in. 25. It's almost a 4 times ATR. So that's considered, given the volatility that we're seeing, considered almost an extended retracement. So you're getting a good value trying to get in short there for retest of potentially session lows. I think I would really just look to get in like somewhere around the 60s, or get out rather. Maybe we'll look to stop out if we break above this pivot at 31, although don't even want to see it that high. All right, I added 3 more. Looking for a reversal off the break above 300s. We're picking up volume on this move, brother. I might be cooked. Watching it close around 310. We need to put on our high right kneel. Right kneel. Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of hesitation around 310. Nice, nice. Back to all-time highs. Could you imagine that? Yo, Jay Johnson, appreciate the follow on YouTube. Once again, guys, we're doing an account giveaway in about 10 minutes after this trade works out, hopefully to the downside. We're going to do a $150,000 TPT giveaway. I like the selling that we saw off of 311. Smack down about 15 points. It's a nice reaction from that level. Now we just need to continue looking lower. Let's go. Don't love us retesting 310 now. About 100-point bounce off the lows. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't love how we're just consolidating at my entry. I'm not going to lie. I do not love how we're just consolidating at my entry. Look, was much more interested in finding a hard rejection off of this level rather than consolidating. It could still work out. Just when the markets are moving this quick, you get a bounce and then we just start kind of holding. Like, you don't want to see us hold here. That's the last thing I want to see. Of course, the last thing I want to see is a huge breakout candle higher, but holding kind of leads to that sometimes. I do not want to see us hold. I want to see us reject. Damn it. Let's go. Hi-ha! See if we can get out some 70s. Well, give me a little 10-point breakdown here. Let's get under 80s. I do have the order at 80s, or sorry, 72, I think. But if we start BSing here a little too much, I'm just going to cover some for sure. Oh, wow. All right. All right, we're out of 2. Now, what I want to do is just go break even and let it ride, but I feel like we're holding these 80s too well that we're probably just going to chop around here for a while. You know what I mean? Let's go. We got 500 traders in the chat, man. Awesome. Hey, if y'all want to join the mentorship for 7 days, no cost to you, hit the link in the description. Check that out. We're about to get out of this trade. We go live there every single New York session. And 7 days free trial. Just check that out in the link below. Also, use code BPC on all prop firm evaluations. And I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Chat, let me know. Let me get a like. Let me get a like update. How many likes do we have? Because if we get to 250 likes, we're going to do this $150,000 take profit trader account. And we have enough traders in here to get to 250 likes, don't we? Let's go. Mamma mia. All right, we're up about 3K on this. That was a good, I don't know. It was okay. So first entry, we got in at 296. Second entry, 308. And obviously, in hindsight, you wish you got in at the very high. So next time, I'll try to get on at the very high. Of course, I couldn't know that, but you want to try to be accurate as accurate as you can be when and you know what, guys, that's a great testimony to using this indicator, the ATR. The ATR is at a 25. So general rule of thumb, if you see on a retracement, right? What's a retracement? What we see is selling move. We take the low of that selling move where buyer stepped in, and we measure that move. And if the ATR is 25 and this moves, 70, 80 points, well, that's 3 times the expected move. So that's considered an extended retracement. So that's kind of how I use the ATR to look for potential entries like that, when maybe some of the price levels you're looking for are a little bit tricky to, because when markets start moving kind of crazy, it's hard to find like the best levels to get in. So that's kind of a statistical way to get in compared to what's considered an average move. I might just cut this. Kind of holding 70s, 80s a little bit better than I would like to see us hold. Maybe I'll take this opportunity as this candle flips red to just get out. All right, cool. Up 3,000 on this account, up 3,000 on that account. We're up 6,000 on the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Up 3,000 on that account, 4,000 on that account. Those are those alpha premiums. All right. Also, guys, we get a 24-hour flash sell on Take Profit Trader. All accounts 50% off. Use code BPC on Take Profit Trader. Let's do this. Let's do this giveaway. Let me check. Yeah, ATR, average true range. It shows you market volatility, and you can also use it as a momentum indicator, kind of. Very versatile. All right. That was cool. That was cool. We caught like 40 points on that with 6 minis, so about $3,000, give or take. Is it 50% off till next week? Really? All right, we're going to do this giveaway, chat. It's a $150,000 Take Profit Trader account. You guys know the drill. What we're going to do, and then after this, I'm going to go work on YouTube videos, man. Just grind. The grind continues. I'm going to go work on YouTube videos for y'all after this. All right, let me start up the giveaway. Once again, we're giving away a $150,000 Take Profit Trader account, no cost to you. All you have to do is hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for your entry to be valid. And that's all you got to do, man. That's all you got to do. I'm starting up the giveaway in about 30 seconds. So take this moment, go ahead and hit the like button on the stream, and also subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Very confident that this is my channel is probably one of the best valued channels you can find in all of the trading community. So if y'all haven't subscribed, you are missing out, man. You're missing out. So let's run it. All you have to do, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, exclamation mark BPC, as you can see from the lovely chat just spamming away. And run the likes up. We're going to do this damn giveaway. We're going to do this damn giveaway, man. Also, if y'all want to trade live with me for a week, no cost during the New York session, we have a 7-day free trial on the Pro Mentorship right now. So you can get access to that in the description below. You can cancel after 7 days if you don't find value from it. Let's go. Appreciate all the new follows. Technical, Hanji, our family with the new follows. Appreciate y'all. Once again, if y'all are wondering how to enter this giveaway, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment !BPC. All you got to do. Subscriber mode is on only. I need to start doing that beforehand. I need to start doing that beforehand. I keep forgetting to do that. So now you have to be subscribed to enter the giveaway. Let's go. That was a good trade. I should have recorded that so I could use that in my next YouTube video. Use these trade examples to give better detail. All right, so this is cool. We're getting the bounce. It was a good cut. We got out pretty much all out around the 60s, 70s, in at the 300s, out at the 60s, 70s, so caught 40 points on it. And just not saying this market can't continue lower, but momentum slowing down, and it kind of seems like maybe we want to hold this level. And with the market that is this strong, if it starts to look like it wants to hold a level, maybe stop looking for more downside. But having said that, I wouldn't be surprised if this market gives us a deeper pullback. Once again, this thing is so extended on the daily, it's not even funny. But I'm just happy that we got one night. One night, the Bears won for one night. The Bears won. Bear Parade. Do you trade on Discord? I trade in my Pro Mentorship, and it's not on Discord, man. You can actually see me trade live. The charts are up. The camera's up. The reason I didn't opt to do it on Discord is because a lot of these people y'all are paying to do Discord streams during the New York session, all you can do is hear their voice, right? Because Discord limits how many traders can actually be in there watching their mentor trade. So a lot of those big Discord groups, like, you're just hearing voice. That's so bad, man. It's not educational, it's not informative, and it's not worth your money. With me, I've got it on a third-party platform. I have to pay a little bit extra to do it that way, but it's important that y'all actually understand exactly what's happening and actually be able to see what's going on, right? I mean, that's so important to be able to see what's actually going on. So that's how I do it. It's not on Discord. I don't do Discord. I don't think Discord's lazy per se, but I just think it's I think it's a little bit lazy. Yeah. That's not true. You can stream on Discord. You can, but once your audience exceeds 100 to 200 viewers, you can't share screen. All right, we got 200 entries in this giveaway. Let's run it, guys. Let's get to 250 entries. It's only been open for 5 minutes. We'll leave it open a little bit longer. That's untrue. Well, it's partially true. I do know some traders that don't share screen. But anyways, That's what I have to offer you guys. If you find value in it, that's great. If not, I'm live here every single night for free on YouTube. But it doesn't have to be a whole thing. So again, to make sure y'all get into the entry, I've got it on. Oh, it's only going to pick subscribers of the channel, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we're going to do this. Once again, we pick 10 contestants, and then we put them in a duck race. And then somebody's going to win out of that. It's a good cut. This market's starting to base out a little bit. I wonder if there's another short opportunity at VWAP here. That'll be interesting. Where's the midpoint of the range? Sitting at about VWAP. So yeah, next trade opportunity is probably going to be for VWAP. If buyers have enough strength to bounce back to the midpoint of the range, VWAP maybe acts as resistance, trade back to the lows. I mean, we're still just in a very wide range. So, and like I say, if you're short, I think anybody who was short was blessed to see a nice clean move to the downside tonight and is happy to just be done with the market. All right, take that trade, be happy with it. It's the best setup we've seen in weeks, at least in the overnight session. That isn't just like a tape bomb. All right, how many entries do we have? Almost, let's get to 250 entries and we'll do this. You generally get good setups during the Asia session. It's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. Sometimes there's really good setups. Sometimes there's not really good setups. It just depends. But it's the same. You could say the same about New York session. But sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Just that's just the market in general, though. Sometimes there's going to be good setups. Sometimes there's not going to be good setups. If your setup appears here in the Asia session, and then I say you should probably just take it. It doesn't really matter what session, but New York better because of the volume difference. New York can be better, but also you could argue New York could be a little bit more manipulated, a little bit more head fakey. That was your New York right here. I mean, this is very head fakey session. You could argue this was a cleaner, more predictable down move tonight than what we saw in New York session out of the open. That was chaos. That was horrible. So I would argue that tonight's price action was better, right? The ranges were more directional, more clean. We saw a series of clean directional candles. That gave us some opportunities. VWAP was in play a little bit. No, just cleaner price action. And then you look at New York and you have that. But they're always shifting. Sometimes New York's cleaner than Asia. Sometimes it's the other way around. All right, let's see. 250 entries. Should we close it? We'll close it at 50 flat. So 1 minute to go. Once again, if y'all are not subscribed to the channel, you have to be subscribed to actually enter the giveaway. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and then type in !BPC, which is the code that you should use on all prop firms for the best discounts always. And we have a Take Profit Trader promo going on right now. It's a flash sale, 50% off, I believe for 24 hours. If not 24 hours, then a week. All right, 30 seconds, traders. 30 seconds. Never won a giveaway before. Hopefully you win it. Hopefully you win it. Why is this shirt so droopy right here, bro? What is that about? Nike's quality is not that good. All right, man. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this, man. All right, use code BPC on all prop firm evaluations. Let's go, guys. Let's pick 10 winners. Let's close the entries. Can we get it 270? 10, 9. There we go. All right. Wow. Well worn. It's not even real. It's not even really well worn. I haven't worn it that much. All right, let's go. I'm gonna pick 10 contestants. We'll run the duck race. Ex-rebel. The ganja. Carzy in the house. Gold collector for eternity. I like that. I like that name. Youngsta. Troy Bolton trades. Pegasus. Is that Pegasus? All right, man. Let's go. Willie in the house. Hey guys, and if you do win this evaluation, man, I expect you to get it to a payout. We've had a couple traders. I don't know if it's a product of real recognize real, or good traders know where good traders are. But the contestants that have won these proper evaluations recently, I'm gonna get the duck race started. The traders that we have in the streams that win these evaluations are getting to payouts. It's incredible. I think we've had like 2 people that won giveaways get to a payout, which is pretty sick, man. So I don't know if I have the good luck charm. I don't know if like the me giving all these accounts is good luck charm or what, but it's real. All right, let's go, man. I've got the ducks lined up. And let's go. Elevated. You should be good to go tomorrow, Elevated. Elevated just won an account yesterday. Shout out. Willie's in here. Let's go. Who's gonna be? I see Pegasus, Troy. VWAP gonna be in play again. I see that. NQ at 330s. Wow. A bear duck. What is this duck? Strawberry duck. This is green duck, bro. It's Willie. I see Willie in the chat. Is Willie gonna hold? Willie might hold. Willie's gonna hold. All right, shout out. Hey, GG's Willie. Once again, if y'all didn't win, I do apologize. Continue showing up every night because we do these giveaways every single night. Willie, my man, good job. Yes, sir. Let's go. Hey, Willie, join the Discord, my friend. I'm going to pin the Discord right now. What you'll do is join the Discord and DM me a picture of your YouTube username, like a screenshot of it, and then I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna hook you up with a $150,000 account. And let me send the Discord link into the chat really quick so that not only you, but everybody who's hanging out in the stream, join the Discord. It's totally free. No upsells, no anything like that. Just a community with a lot of like-minded traders, and that's where you should be. So I'm gonna send this Discord link in, Willie. You let me know if you kind of understand the idea. Once again, you're gonna send a screenshot of your YouTube username, and I'm gonna get you hooked up, my man. Let's go. As far as the trading, man, we'll check back in on Willie in a second. Give me the heads up if you understand, Willie. All right. Yeah, the trading here we go. We have VWAP in play. We're saying VWAP's in play. That's it's a hell of a bounce. We kind of tapped under yesterday's session lows a little bit. Kind of tested the lows of the hourly range. And that's a really clean bounce. And now we're at VWAP. Do we see a reaction at VWAP? I almost want to buy an evaluation account to try a fade on the VWAP because this is like a staple trade for me. Give me a sec. Buying another eval. I've got 2 of them halfway past. So let me just do this one now. I've got 2 of them halfway past. Give me a second, chat. We're about to take another trade. I got to speed run the checkout on this. We were talking about a strat yesterday, chat. Never take a trade, only wait and watch the market, and once you see a setup you really, really like, then go buy an eval. Don't buy an eval until you found a trade setup that is like AAA plus. Then you can go buy the eval and trade it. That's what I'm doing. You always use the 150Ks. I don't always use the 150Ks. In fact, I was for a second there. If a prop firm offered you the ability to copy trade 550Ks but not 150Ks, then I would just do the 550Ks. So for example, like right now I'm trading 550Ks with Tradeify because I think I'm a little bit close to their sim funded payout cap, so it wouldn't really make sense to try to do the 150Ks. So yeah. All right, let's see if we can catch this trade here. Oh man, it seems like we've already rejected here. All right, let's see if we can get a retest of VWAP here. I think there's a VWAP rejection trade in play, and I love when we get really heavy selling, and then as this retracement forms, it comes up to the VWAP, and then sellers just reject again. It's a great area to get in for continuation, for at least a reaction. You almost always get a reaction, right? Whoever had control prior to, the break below VWAP or the move away from VWAP, as it comes back to retest, they almost always give you a reaction here, whether that's an initial kind of move off of it like this, or maybe we break above it and then now we have to retest it as support. It's just such a great area to try to kind of position yourself for trade setups. And I want to get into a setup, but I fear we may have missed it. I was too slow to buy the eval. Just sent you a screenshot. Okay, Willie, I'm going to hook you up. Good to hear that. Damn it. Was I too late? It's already 20 points off that high. Let's see if we get a retest. Try to take one more trade, then we'll get out of here. Zach said, your VWAP video helped me out a lot. Use the 90 EMA in conjunction with it. Nice. Love to hear that. Glad it could help. VWAP's in a great spot. It's in a great spot. It's the first time we've actually seen a test of VWAP 2 since we saw all of that selling momentum come into the market. We broke it pretty early into the session, and then we have not tested it again. We didn't even really get a test of it. We came a couple points under it, which isn't... I mean, that can happen. VWAP's not always exactly to the exact level. It's more of an area. But let's see. Hey, appreciate that, T4. Appreciate that. Is there a specific setting on your VWAP? Nope, it's just session VWAP. I just slap it on there. I don't touch anything. These are the settings, but this is just what you would have it on TradingView. I don't mess with anything. You can turn on the deviation bands if you want. Those can be good. Deviation bands, sometimes use those. They're okay. They're not bad. They're good sometimes. Sometimes they're not so good. They're very good in ranges, not so good when price is breaking out. The VWAP test was cleaner on ES. Is that right? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get up there again. I mean, we could. I think that's really the trade though. Even if we do come up and test it again, like is it going to be the same quality trade? This trade already gave you 30 points, 40 points. Maybe we missed it. Maybe we missed it and maybe we just have to accept that. We'll watch it for like 5, 10 more minutes. Are the finals on, or the NBA, is the NBA game on right now? Pistons Cavs. Are the Lakers not on? 9:30 tonight. Ooh, we gotta watch that, man. Because they have. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that. That's gonna be sick. Oh yeah. Oh my God! It starts in 8 minutes. We'll have to get out of here, man. I don't really watch basketball too much, but I've been watching it because I live in. Okay, I live in one of the cities where one of the teams that are in the finals play. Take a guess. Take a guess. So I've been watching them play a little bit. LA, definitely not. Definitely not. You have a Lucid code. Yeah, code BPC on Lucid. Oh, chat. Spurs. The Spurs, bro. Them Spurs. Brought a Lucid eval with your code. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, G. Okay, let's see, man. We've got still got VWAP. I wonder how ES is looking here. Okay. Man, there's something to be said that if we do come up and initially test it, and then we fail to kind of continue that price move lower, kind of in line with all of this price action, like on the retest, you could still perceive it as bare, like kind of it's gonna be maybe a short setup, but this also kind of starts to look like a breakout too. So it's hard to know exactly. I wouldn't mind trying to get filled just a little bit above it. And then worst case scenario, if we do break, give it kind of a wide stop and then look for just a retest of VWAP potentially as support. And then if we continue just grinding back to all-time highs, that's great. But we should at least be able to catch that trade. Shorting it on the move above, and then as sellers push it back down to act as potential support. If buyers defend it again, then that's okay. So let's see if we can catch that trade. We'll look for like, so we're like, what, 15 points off VWAP. If we can get above VWAP for a moment here, maybe I'll try to get filled where we had some of this prior resistance before that final selling move, right? This is kind of the consolidation that we saw before that final selling move. So we could expect a little bit of hesitation in here, potential rejection. I'll look for it somewhere in the 370s, and I'll stay live until maybe potentially this gets put on, but I'm not going to stay live forever. But if we can get into this trade in like the next 5-10 minutes, we'll try it out. Stop it above resistance. Good God, that's 40 points. Let's do like 400 flat. Let's do like 395. All right, we'll watch this for a second, see if we get a fill. If not, whatever. I'm going to join your 7-day free trial. Just hit the link in the description and it should take you to checkout. And you should just be automatically set up with a 7-day free trial. You just have to enter some information, I believe. Yeah, I did used to live in Houston though, Vane. I did used to live in Houston. H-Town. Can barely hear you. I haven't had one complaint about that all stream, so I think maybe just try to turn your audio up. And there may have been a moment where I was talking a little quiet too, so that's my bad. What's the best stock future to day trade on? I don't understand your question. Are you talking about the best market to trade on or the best like I don't understand. Oh yeah, it's so much easier, investor, when you just let the market come to you, right? I've been burned plenty. I will still market order in sometimes, but yeah, it's just so much better to just let the market come to you. I mean, in my eyes, if you're letting the market come to your level, then I mean, it seems to me like you've already checked the box off of like, okay, this is my setup. This is what I'm looking for. I'm expecting a reaction here. So it's only good things when you set these limit orders and you let the market come to it. So that's the best. Huge fan of using those limit orders and letting the market come to you, being patient. You like the 380s more. Yeah, the higher the better. I think I would like the 380s more too if I was very confident we would get in it. I don't know. I wouldn't even mind splitting it up and doing something like this. I just something like that. Oh, what do you think is the best market? Well, you have $100 budget. I would trade something like the micro ES if you have $100. Use EMAs for trend days. You know what? I've gone through periods where I've had the EMAs on the chart and I just don't find them that useful, or most of the time, honestly, they don't bear enough significance to me that I kind of just like drown it out. I almost don't pay attention to them. But like with the VWAP, I never ignore the VWAP. I always use the VWAP for context, but I've noticed if I have an EMA on my chart, sometimes I just don't care about it and I don't pay attention to it. I mean, I'm so focused on everything else that I hardly ever pay attention to it. But I do think they can be useful, and I do think they're a very good indicator. I just personally don't use it. I find that it's not because I have anything bad to say against it. It's just I truly just when it's on my chart, I just don't use it, or I like doze out and like don't even pay attention to it. I guess I could thicken it up and make it like beefy. Maybe that way I wouldn't ignore it. Yeah, I never use it. I never use it, and I don't think it's bad. I think the EMAs can be great, honestly, especially for following directional moves. It's just I feel like I've got enough. I feel like I'm good enough at reading directional moves that I don't need it because it doesn't really benefit you in a range. It really benefits you following directional moves. Yeah, I just don't use it. It's good. It's a good indicator though. Do you ever think about riding the market to your entries where you want to short? Think about it from time to time. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you're like, man, I wanted to get like, yeah, I know what exactly what you're talking about. Like, imagine if I could catch that move to here, and then this move to here, and then this move to here. I know what you're talking about. Um, you know what? I really don't. It's hard to do that because mentally you have to have a lot of conviction that like, I mean, you constantly have to be like, I'm very long bias or I'm very short bias, and it's a lot of flipping and it's hard to do. Easier said than done, but yeah, I mean, if you could do it in on paper, it's kick ass. Like, yeah, I'm gonna buy here, then I'm gonna sell here, then I'm gonna buy it back here. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Have I thought about it? Oh yeah, I've thought about it. It's a lot harder to do though. It's a lot harder to do. Having said that, like if you're talking about right here, right now, if I have a belief that we get up here, I don't have a strong belief that we get up here. I just know that if we do get up here, we have a high probability short setup. Um, that doesn't necessarily mean I think just because I have the orders in there that I do think we'll get there. But if we do get there, I think it's a good setup. Um, Now, if you had a strong belief that we did get there, and if once we did get there, you like the short setup, like, are you saying just buy it here? Then you start to get into a situation where it's like, well, just because I think we're going to get here, so I can short it, does that mean, right? Without that logic in my head, is it still a good setup, in itself, or am I just trying to convince myself that it's a good setup so that I can just take it into my entries up here, I tend to not do that. I think it could lead to over trading, but there's definitely been moments where it's like, wow, imagine if I did do that. Well, I don't want to keep you hung up too long, Chad. I don't know for sure if we're gonna get a fill here. I feel like we may not. We could, I mean, we could later in the session, but I can't guarantee you we're gonna see it in the next 15, 30 minutes. So I'm not gonna keep y'all here. Um, hey, does anybody know? Does anybody know if I step away, if I go AFK and I don't want to watch this trade? Mustache in my mouth. Does anybody know, like, hypothetically, if this market wanted to come up and fill my entry, would there be a way for me to put a buyback order, like a limit buy here? But I don't want it to trigger as we're coming up to these entries. Does that make sense? So that way, if I do get filled, it could come down and potentially TP. Does anybody know if that can be done? Because in theory, I can only really set my TP after the market's already come up and filled my entry orders, right? Like, could I set like a ghost order, like a passive order that doesn't activate until my sell orders activate? No, I don't think you can do it, huh? They should invent that though. Oh, you could set up a bracket, huh? Yeah. I don't know how to do all that though. Maybe we'll deal with that. Maybe I'll look into that. But the buy order that is set here, I wouldn't want it to set up until after. Yeah, you frame it up. Well, I'll look into it later. Seems like you can do it. Does anybody know an easy way to do it? I don't really see. We'll deal with it later. All right, guys, I'm not going to keep you all around. I don't think this trade's going to work out. I don't think it's going to get filled in the near term. I probably will take that later tonight if we get up there. But yeah, I'm going to kick out. I'm going to go enjoy the night. And I hope that you guys have a good night. God bless. Use code BBC on all profit evaluations. I will see all of the new signups in the mentorship tomorrow morning, bright and early at 9:30 Central. And everybody on YouTube, I will see you guys tomorrow